This is the S&P 500 SPDR ETF one-day reading for September 3rd, 2024. It's currently July 15th, 2024, 1:52 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this read is $561.48 USD. The shuffle video for the September 3rd reading was created on June 27th, 2024 at 12:18 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme and behavior for SPY on the 3rd, we have a sideways fluctuating rally that precedes a decline. Behavior on the high and the low a little bit difficult with the information I was able to gather, but there's likely there's either a big move in reaching for distant resistance into the high and then chart behavior that'll take us back like to the downside, making that move higher irrelevant, or there won't be a move to the upside at all. And then we have another light on the information as far as the low there, but we should see some sideways rotation there. It doesn't look like that, like the rotation along support will hold. I'm advised to trade around a big move out of oversold territory or like a gap up of some kind that'll really stand out on a one-day chart. Now, we're going to get into the hour-by-hour chart behavior as well as timing the highs, the lows, and the best trade opportunities. But before we do that, I just want to make sure you're aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. And we do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. It's a threefold agreement between the universe and anybody utilizing this information for personal gain. Nothing wrong with gaining from this information as long as you are simultaneously helping other people. So the way that you do that is you go to our website, Tarot for Traders, to the resources tab. 5% of all profits should be donated forward to one of these charities here. Just click a link and donate. It's super easy. And 5% of the profit should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use the app Wise. It's reliable, or you can use crypto. There's a ton of different QR codes for crypto donations. It leaves you at 90%. That's way more than a stockbroker would ever leave you with. With that said, guys, make sure to follow through on that rule of karma. As long as you do that, the universe considers you an angel investor in the channel. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. In the pre-market, we have some sort of tricky chart behavior, whipsaw action, or maybe sideways rotation, like equal amounts of bulls and bears, something like that. Like you could really, it's hard to get the right direction with that type of chart behavior, so be very careful. And then right at the open, there's a significant opportunity. We likely see a notable move. Yeah, we likely see a notable move to the upside here, out of the open, into like the first half hour somewhere. In that first half hour, we have a move higher and a full retracement. After the full retracement, roughly between 10 and 11, we have another rally into resistance that it looks like we're going to break through, but instead we fail. We decline through key support. There's a pretty sharp decline off of a peak, a near overbought peak or crest around just a little bit after 11 o'clock. And then we have, out of that sharp decline through multiple support levels between roughly 11 and 12, we have another sideways fluctuating rally that takes us through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then we break back down through it shortly thereafter, likely with like a new high on a one-day chart scale there between noon and 1 o'clock. So when we break back down through that price level, it looks like that decline continues past the full retracement, but then in the 1 to 2 o'clock hour, we have a reversal out of that decline. We have a big move to the upside, even in the face of seemingly overwhelmingly negative chart behavior. And then there's a resistance level that we meet somewhere between roughly 2 and 3, and we should decline from that resistance pretty notably in the midst of volatility, but then return back to it at least once by the close. And then right around the close, we have 3 pokes through the same trend line, followed by a sharp drop off of that third poke. And it looks like at the close, or right around the close, is where we should see a really big move out of that. Probably a big move to the upside into that resistance there, somewhere towards the close, maybe not right at the close, because we do have that decline off of a trend line. So I would look for that big move to the upside out of oversold territory, or just like really notable move taking us back to resistance between that 3 and 4 o'clock hour. And that's where, as far as a trade is concerned, when we rally into that resistance and like in the 2 to 3 o'clock hour, and then we decline for that resistance, it'll be important on a one-day chart scale minimum, probably on a 1 month. I'd open up a short. When we decline from that resistance, I'd close that short and open up a long with the intent to close the long somewhere in the last hour of trading when we revisit that resistance level that I originally bought the short at. So we go from the resistance, shorting it, closing the short, opening long, closing long back at that same resistance. And the sneak preview for the information, a little bit I got for the 4th, is that there's a notable move to the upside, at least on a one-day chart, at some point thereafter establishing sideways rotation. And that's SPY for September 3rd, 2024. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.